You look as though someone poured salt water in your rum. Don't be hanging your heads just because we haven't found the treasure yet. I know we searched all evening, but I'm sure we'll have better luck tomorrow, eh? I told you, mates. If the 6 of us tried rowing back to the ship with so little light in the sky, we'd risk getting pulled out to sea with the tides. The lads on the ship would have a devil of a time trying to find us. Best we just stay put around the fire. We can resume our search tomorrow. Here, I know what'll lift your spirits. Why don't I tell ya? Terrifying tale, eh? Something to get you shaking in your boots. Here. Gather round me, hearties, and listen to me tale. The tale of the cat's eye pendant and the doomed voyage of Captain Nico. It was many years ago, on a crisp autumn night, not unlike this one. The great pirate, Captain Nico, was spoiling away his riches at the tavern on Port Royal when he was approached by a beautiful damsel. She told him her and her troop were wanted by port authorities and requested safe passage across the sea. He denied her at first, deaf to her pleas for help. But then she revealed her offer of payment. She said she would pay him with one of the largest jewels he'd ever laid his eyes on. The cat's eye pendant. The greed of the great captain was unmatched. He agreed to sail with the woman and her people that very night, caring very little about the dangers to himself or his crew. Hour after hour passed as the moon rose high in the sky, shining a dull light upon Captain Nico's ship. As the autumn moonlight illuminated his ship, Captain Nico noticed something peculiar about his passengers. They sat in a small huddle on deck, but as he peered closer, he could see what he thought were devilish horns sprouting from the top of their heads. He became anxious, but continued to sail on, determined to claim his prize at the end of the voyage. Without warning, the young damsel arose from the huddle and quickly scampered to his side. Yes, mates, I did say scamper. For you see, the woman had become a terrifying cat creature of the night. He looked upon her narrow eyes, her sharp fangs, and what he thought had been horns were really a pair of long, pointed cat ears. Immobile with fear, he stood completely still as the rest of her troop attacked. And one by one, Captain Nico's crew was attacked, slaughtered. They left merely a handful, including the captain, alive. Why did they leave him alive, you ask? Why? To turn him into one of their own, of course. With one scratch of her claws, the once beautiful damsel had transformed Captain Nico into a cat creature himself, finding himself with newfound strength and speed and power. The captain elected to join their little cat creature family. Legend says that this Captain Catt, and the band of cat creatures still roam the seas to this day, hunting and preying upon unsuspecting pirates. Excellent question, matey. Some he simply slaughters in the name of, to him, the angelical cat creatures that gave him his power. Others, the lucky ones he deems worthy, he turns into cat creatures to join his crew. Yes, it is getting late, and the autumn moon is shining upon us from the night sky, isn't it? Why, yes, matey. I feel just fine. Although, if you lot value your lives, I suggest you make a run for it. Those won't do you any good, you cockroaches. I told you to run. And then there was one little pirate left. I can smell you from here, matey. You can't hide from me. There you are. Nope. No more running. You're all mine now. Why am I doing this? My friend, did you not notice how I specifically picked you five to accompany me to shore? The rest of me crew has already been turned. Our band of werecats has terrorized these shores for years. I've got you pinned down. But I'll tell you something. I've enjoyed this little game of cat and mouse, so to speak. And you seem to have a fire in your soul. So I'll give you the choice. Perish like the rest of your pathetic mates on this island, or join me ranks as a ferocious werecat of the night. Join the crew of Captain Catt. You best decide soon. As the moon fades, so does our power. So, what will it be, matey?